welcome to Cooking for Wellness. I'm here with Sydney from the Extension office, and we are making Reubens today. Reubens, Robin's way.
Yes.
We're always looking for a healthier alternative, and I love a Reuben. Good, juicy Reuben loaded with fat and corned beef. However, I want to make it healthier so I can eat it more often. So today we are substituting our meat with cauliflower. So
great way to pump up those vegetables, get more vegetables in your diet, and then we're also cutting back on some of that fat
Absolutely.
that's typically in a Reuben.
Yeah, I always feel like I want to have my cake and eat it too. So how can I have a delicious Reuben and make it just a little healthier so I feel better? I feel better after I've eaten it, and I feel better because I'm eating it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start. We just sliced cauliflower, and I've pre-made it just so to save us a little time, but ideally you want your cauliflower to be sliced in steaks. If it's little pieces, that's okay too. I drizzle a little olive oil on top, pop it in the oven for 10 minutes or so at 400. Then I bring it out, and then we start assembling our Reubens using good old rye bread. I personally love the dark, but I happen to have light here. You can buy them both here at any of the grocery stores, but we're gonna just put a slice of Swiss cheese down. Yes, we're still gonna have our cheese, but again, it's just little substitutions here and there. It doesn't have to be a complete overhaul to be a little healthier. So we are just gonna put these
cheese is great for you as well, especially if we try to go for that reduced fat or the low fat. Cheese is still a good option. We just want to try to get the lower fat, and that's for the saturated fat content. So cutting back on some of that saturated fat, which is what starts to affect our heart.
Yeah.
So if we do the reduced fat cheese, that's a great option as well.
Full of calcium, full of good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm just putting a little cheese on here. We did wash our hands, by the way. I've got two cooking. Put it together, and we are going to grill these babies up. I do use butter. Use a heck of a lot of olive oil with most things. I keep my bread in the freezer, and so I take it out, and it's hard, and I can spread a really thin slice of butter, so I feel like, again, I get some butter, but I don't have to use that much of it. And so I'm just going to put this here, but since the bread is not frozen, we're going to just put a little dollop of butter on the griddle. Love this griddle. You can use a pan if you're, cooking two or so. And we're just going to put these girls up here. Beautiful. And then we're going to flip the others. Sydney, would you be so kind as to put a little slab of butter right underneath? Sure. Actually, you know what? I had these, they were frozen, and so we could put a little bit of butter. You lose a piece or so, that's all right. Flip. Oh, look how delicious that looks.
That looks so
good. My mouth is watering. And so while we're waiting for the other piece of it, the other ingredients that we're going to add is sauerkraut. Basically, and that's what comes along with the classic Reuben. It's really fermented cabbage, which probably sounds kind of gross, but the fermenting really adds lots of nutrients, more than you get with just plain old cabbage, and loaded with vitamins.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
fiber. So get you some sauerkraut. Again, you can get this at any store here in town. One thing that I personally like on my Reubens, or as a side dish, is some coleslaw. I mixed red and green cabbage together, and again, I get another vegetable on my plate. It's full of crunch. Truth be told, I do on occasion buy the Marzetti's original, which is all natural, no preservatives, but as you know, I'm a big make-it-yourself dressing kind of gal. Little dollop of mayonnaise, a little vinegar, and some Truvia. Would do the same thing at home. I did not make it here this morning, but that's an option. Yeah. Again, truth be told, slaw is made with a good old sugary, oily dressing, and so it's all in moderation.
And using that Truvia or stevia, it's a great way to cut back on sugar that we would typically be adding, because that is just a sugar substitute. So that is one way that you could cut back on that a little bit, but still get that sweet taste in your coleslaw.
Yeah.
These are looking so
Aren't they great
delicious.
looking? Okay, so let's flip these. I put that on top, but I think really, and again, our hands are clean.
Yeah.
Yes, just put it down there and let's let it move around a little bit. And I've also been known to add a little spinach to these when I don't have the coleslaw, but I love the crunch and the freshness that the sauerkraut and or the cabbage gives it. And you know, this is a Reuben, classic Reuben, full of corned beef and Swiss cheese. Truly any grilled cheese that you're working on, you know, cheese, add a tomato, add some spinach. You know, get a vegetable, what else
So
comes to
finding ways that you can increase the vegetables in your sandwiches,
Yeah.
no matter what it may be. So even if you did maybe want to still add some corned beef to this, but do just a really light, just one little piece of corned beef, and then you've got cauliflower, and the bulk of your sandwich is cauliflower. So that's what we want to transition to, getting the bulk of our meal, of whatever we're eating, to be vegetables.
Half your plate needs to be a vegetable. This is just another way. And you're right, it doesn't have to be a major overhaul. It's just little steps to help you feel like you're still getting your favorite and it's a healthier option.
Working your way.
Yeah, that's what we're doing with these Reubens. Let's put this on the plate and take these delicious two off. And again, one of them has dark rye or pumpernickel, and the other is a light rye without seeds. And we are going to open them up and just put some cauliflower, some sauerkraut on. Again, I'll remind you, I did cook the cauliflower first in the oven for about 10 minutes.
How much do you do of this?
Just
about what I'm doing?
Exactly what you're doing on one side, and then I will. Now, I personally like mustard on mine, and then I will add a little bit of coleslaw. I'm not going to do that right this minute because it's going to make it soggy, but just so you can see, a little mustard. Let's do a little coleslaw on this one right here.
Looks so pretty.
It
I love
is,
that
it's
purple
beautiful.
coleslaw. Really gives it that color.
And I'll tell you, I'll buy a head of green and a head of purple, and it lasts me, 3 or 4 meals because I'm getting half of each.
Oh yeah.
I think I put a little red onion in it as well. So there you go. You've got a delicious, healthy Reuben, and we can put that one
Together?
Yeah.
So I've never made this, so she's teaching me today.
Yeah. It is one of our family favorites this summer. I think I've about worn it out because I have it about once a week.
Well, I'm so excited to try it, and hopefully it'll be one of our family favorites as well.
Yeah. Reubens, Robin's way. Cauliflower Reubens, gang. Delicious. Enjoy.
Thank y'all.